Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Your local bedhead here. It's been a while since we've done a paranormal investigation reaction. This is for Daz Games. He's going to be investigating, it looks like a prison, which is going to be, I think, pretty fun. I really do like Daz. As a matter of fact, I think I was introduced to Daz through a Sam and Colby video, and ever since I was like, this guy's really funny and really cool, so I wanted to react to more. I watched a couple of his investigations in the past, really enjoyed them, and you look, most of the debunkers really do enjoy Daz. And a lot of people in the paranormal seem to really enjoy Daz. He's entertaining, but he's also real with his audience, which is huge. I mean, it does seem like a lot of his investigations kind of turn out to be sometimes not what you would expect and don't really catch a whole lot. And that to me feels kind of legit and real. As someone who's gone out there and has done an investigation, you know, it's not like they're catching something every 2 seconds. And I like that about Daz. And again, he's entertaining, so if you like this type of content and want some more content like this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll do more content like this, get this video over 100 likes, and I will continue reacting to Daz Games, do ghost hunts. So here we go with some Daz.
We all know that prisons are designed to keep people in.
Yep.
But in the instance of SHEPTON MALLET prison, it seems it's keeping more in than just past inmates. Located in the town of SHEPTON MALLET, this prison opened its doors in 1625, with even the...
Now, the reason why we're watching a little bit of Daz Games here is because a lot of people have recommended Daz as pretty legit. For the most part, even debunkers have like come out and said like they really enjoy Daz's ghost hunts and investigations. He seems to take it seriously. He actually seems to really be out there catching some real shit, which is exciting for me, of course. And the fact that it's someone like Daz, you know, where you would expect would go along the lines of some of these other ghost hunting channels, that's kind of awesome.
Staff that currently work at SHEPTON MALLET prison having their own scary stories to tell.
My name is Lewis Jones and I am the maintenance worker of the prison, so I get around quite a bit. I'd say the creepiest experiences I've had here is, majority of them were on A wing. Multiple occasions when I've worked on that wing on my own, I've heard the sound of a child, a very young child giggling as if they're playing a game. And I could never find a source. It was always hours before customers came on site. I don't know, it kind of makes you feel a bit weird, you know, because I know what I heard, like it's that loud.
I feel you.
Right there.
Yeah, so my name's Bryn. I've worked here for just about a year now, and I'm just a customer service assistant here, so I work during the day, mostly. I have worked some of the nights, but yeah, mostly during the day. The most
Looks just like the prison from Phasmophobia.
weird encounter, which I can't explain, was actually in this wing, and it was me and a former colleague who worked here. And we were walking up the wing this way, and we were like, oh, you know, nobody ever explores this wing, so let's just like have some fun with it. It was just us and nobody else here, and we knew that for a fact. So we go, oh, if there's any spirits here, could you copy my whistle? So I just whistled like a random tune, and a few seconds passed, and then the whistle came back, and we're like, that didn't just happen.
I'm Kate. I'm a paranormal night supervisor, and I've been here for about 4 years now. One particular night, I was walking around with Daphne, my dog, unlocked. I went up these stairs that I just brought you up, the chapel, and I could hear people running up and down the stairwell. And of course, I'm on my own, so I'm thinking, there's people in the prison, I'm going to get attacked. So I locked myself back in the visits where you came in, and I waited for the paranormal team to come in. They knocked on the door. I flew out in tears. There's somebody here, there's somebody here. They searched the whole prison, top to bottom.
Yeah, that's probably the scariest story. Like, I couldn't imagine being in an actual prison and all of a sudden you start hearing like footsteps and like running, coming up the stairs or going down the stairs or whatever have you. Like, there's actual people inside. And then you actually have to be like, you're the only person there. So you have to lock yourself in a room and pray that they don't come and get to you before the people show up. Oh, God, yeah. And they searched the whole building and nobody was there. I've actually, believe it or not, have heard footsteps going up and down the stairs, standing in the living room, watching where the stairs are and just hearing the footsteps going up and down them. One of the most bizarre things to ever experience, and I still have no explanation for it. And I've heard it a couple times. Yeah, in this house, a long time ago, but it hasn't happened since. But yeah, it was a bit alarming.
Cell, every cupboard, everywhere, and there was no one.
With over 400 years of history trapped within the building, would SHEPTON Mallet Prison prove to be haunted, or is it just another dead hoax? Welcome to Daz's Ghost Hunt.
It just closed. Here's the door that fucked that. Nah, I'm out. Was that you? No.
It was behind you, behind you.
We all arrived at the prison and were locked inside, awaiting for our tour.
Alright guys, we are here with Ghost Trip investigators. Here we go. Investigations or investigators? Investigation! Cool, we're about to go live.
We are.
On
We've
TikTok.
had a little walk round. We got lost. It's a big old property. It is a large prison. Lots of places to explore. So we're hoping we're going to get some good
I like the
activity.
hat.
Cool, and you guys have been here like, how many times
This
now?
is our 5th time here.
Fifth
the first
time.
time we come, it's kind of like a step ladder of like how active it was. First time was fairly quiet, second, and then every time we've been, the activity's increased. So,
I think you're in for a good time. I think you're in for a really good time.
Cool.
But, we'll show you the ropes. Not
Yeah.
Are you new to this YouTube thing? I don't know.
Yeah. Like a camera.
There's some really cool stories that have happened here. Obviously, notoriously, the Krays have done a stint here back in the day as well, so we can focus a little bit around that story, see if we can get any communication from the Krays. There's talk of a grey lady. We've got an execution chamber. We've got a notorious killers section.
I feel like there's always a gray lady. There's always some sort of lady walking around in some sort of dress. I'm not sure if he's going to say like dress, but maybe like gray, as in like she just looks dead, right? Make sure I didn't mute my microphone just by hitting that.
Got an infirmary, a morgue. There's so much we can
And
explore.
we've got Alex.
And we've got me, I'm just signing some photos for the fans. So. You signed yours?
The famous one over
No,
here.
I think the last prison we did was Gloucester Prison, and that was probably one of our best episodes, to be fair. The evidence we got with them,
Amazing.
and if we can get anywhere near that tonight, yeah, it's going to be an epic.
I think it's interesting as well when you get two different paranormal teams. Not every team does things the same, so it's interesting to learn different techniques, different equipment,
That ain't the truth.
different experiments, so we can bounce off each other's energy. Because at the end of the day, the energy levels are also what we can use to bring out the paranormal side of things as well. They can feed off our energy. So I think with a larger group of us, obviously normally it's just yourself.
Yeah,
Daz,
sure.
and
Same as you
Alex.
guys. It's just you two.
We're a
so-
duo as well, me and
Yeah,
Adam.
yeah.
So I think it'd be a cool dynamic tonight to see what it's going to be like with kind of four of us.
Well, if you can make a believer out of this man,
I'm just here for the memes.
okay. There'll be plenty of those. Amazing. Yes, Dave is a big skeptic, and he's hoping to experience something.
I want to experience something, and I'm going to go into open-minded.
Okay.
But, look,
But there's a but coming.
No but.
No. Spoiler alert.
Unless it's your butt, Daz.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get cracking. For cracking! That wasn't even meant to. I'm so funny. Ghost Trip Investigations live streaming on TikTok. This was a large building, as we would find out. Now we started our tour of the building.
Kind.
It is nippy, isn't it?
So kind.
So we're just going through now into the main wing, where we will begin the live stream, and eventually go lights out.
Gymnastics.
Do you know, I've signed us all up. I hope you guys are flexible.
Yoga at 11.
So we just did the intro to the live stream. This is B Wing, and I think this is the place where Kray, or one of the Krays, I'll have to talk to the boys, stayed for a brief time. They're one of the famous inmates, but we're just gonna go get a little bit of a tour in.
I don't really
We'll go
know.
with the hunt.
I don't really know much about the Krays. I don't know a whole lot. It seems like I hope they go in more a little bit into detail about who they are. I mean, if they don't, that's not a big deal for me. I mean, I can always look them up and just figure it out. But I'm assuming they probably were pretty infamous if they're bringing them up a few times.
With such a large building and so many sounds that could be made, it was important we ruled out all the mundane sounds you'd hear from a building like this. As here on Daz's Ghost Hunt, we're not here to fake anything.
I hope not. I don't believe they would. I trust in a lot of the sources that tell me that Daz is a really good investigator. So.
Yeah. How can you not, Daz? How can you not remember?
I can't remember. Maybe that's the demons.
Daz, this is the size of a table.
Yeah.
How do you not remember?
I thought it was theirs. I didn't know it was theirs. Shit.
Oh, look at that. Which episode was it, Daz?
Oh, the Ancient Ram Inn, I believe.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, we didn't get much though.
Wow.
What you actually have, Daz, there is a picnic table.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, give me the hit, Dave.
Okay, well, him just saying that alone kind of makes me trust in the guy. The fact that he just said about the haunted ram inn that we didn't get a whole lot. Wow. Because a lot of people who go to the haunted ram inn, for some reason they go into this location that's already been kind of debunked, is now like, one of the craziest, most haunted places, demonic places they've ever been. And those already lost me. Those channels already lose me the second they start talking like it's demonic. It's like it's already been kind of debunked. In my opinion, it has. It's not like it's not a cool location and something that's kind of neat to go see. It has history, but is it as demonic as they make it out to be? I don't believe it is.
It's cynical all evening.
You brought me here to be cynical.
Yes.
That's my job.
I want to make a.
Okay. For the dazzlers out there watching, okay. Obviously, very sarcastic, very scientifically minded, but I want to see something. I'm coming here with an open mind.
Okay.
Okay. But I will still make fun of it because that's my job. Yeah. But I really want to see something.
I hope you do. I really do hope you do.
I really do want to see something.
I hope you do. And do you think, what are your feelings so far, Alex, of the prison?
I mean, I think since we did the last prison, I've always wanted to get back to another one as soon as, because it was just so good. But yeah, we've got quite a lot of equipment because it is just normally a small team.
Yeah.
Me, yourself, them as well usually, and got some other experiments because there's more of us, so maybe more energy could produce some more activity and stuff. So
well, we will see in time.
I think even if I don't experience anything or we don't experience anything, the fact that this is like a genuine, the prison, like look at the bars on the window. They are. You ain't getting out of there.
No, all
just
legit.
the history and the stuff with the.
Well, we normally do a bit on Daz's Ghost Hunt right at the end where we all separate, take a camera, and go off on our own. Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, I'm in. Of course I will.
All right.
We got enough cameras. We got enough cameras to film an actual film here. So yeah why not?
I mean, it's not like he sits here. He's not like believing that this place is haunted just to begin with. But he'd have no problem with freaking walking down a cell block by himself. Yeah, if he's not scared of anything, he should be okay. And more than likely, he probably won't experience anything. And that's kind of the reality of some of these situations. Is that the only thing that you got to worry about when going into a haunted location is where your mental state is. If you're going in there scared, you could experience something. Not like legitimately, but you might, because anything that happens at that point is going to freak you out to a high degree. So when you go into these places, you got to be calm. You got to try to clear your mind, try not to be scared, because that fear that you have in the back of your mind is going to ultimately decide whether you experience something or not. And it's going to be hard to tell whether it was something paranormal or was it in your mind that made you overreact.
Take him somewhere.
Yeah, put me somewhere. I'll go in the showers.
All right.
I just want to make sure not to bend over. Don't drop the and cut! Don't drop the soap!
All the equipment was prepped. It was now time to begin our hunt of SHEPTON Mallet Prison.
So they actually found bodies under this section?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is the wall where they fired.
Oh, so this is the firing squad?
Firing squad, yeah.
Wow.
So
and how many people would they have lined up to shoot, or is there not?
I think they only shot a couple.
Okay, a couple at a time.
I'm really not very good at the history because
No.
I'm only here at night.
It's okay. It's okay. Neither are we. Actual physical bodies, as we speak, underneath the tarmac.
Apparently so.
It was American servicemen that got shot.
An American?
I get so told off because my history's going to be rubbish, but yes, because it was an American prison of war.
Better start off that. I don't want to be disrespectful. There's people under here.
Yes, people under here. Yeah.
So where's the wall then that they were?
It was up there, I believe.
Up here.
So that's the firing round.
Apparently there are
I guess those guys never knew that. They said they were there. They've been there like 5 times, I think, and they've never known that there were bodies buried there.
Bullet holes. If you look
That doesn't mean, they probably didn't know a whole lot since they're only there to investigate. So maybe they didn't do their like history research, or that's fine. I'm not going to judge them for that.
I haven't.
I'm in.
Okay.
Some people aren't even into the history. They just want to go to these places just to have the experience. And I'm not going to shame somebody.
See some bullet holes, guys. So they would line up prisoners here and execute them by gunfire. And apparently there are some bullet holes and some ice. Jesus Christ. Nearly went. We found any? Can't see any.
They normally aim chest height.
So oh wow, here.
Yeah, here and here as well. Look.
Oh, yeah.
And here.
Yeah.
You're looking from the side like that.
Yeah.
There's some here as well.
So they all fire at the same time, don't they? So they don't know which particular person has killed the prisoner, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So only one of them has a live round, is what I'm told. So if you've got 10 people, 9 are blanks, one is.
Oh really? I didn't know.
One is a live bullet. Really? So when they get shot with the one bullet, they don't get peppered with like 10. Is that like that? Like shimming.
Is it also like a conscience thing, like so
exactly
they
what
don't
do.
feel bad?
So they don't know which particular soldier actually.
I did not know
killed.
that. Wow.
You think they'd have been?
I did not know that either.
And put to a marked grave or
I
something.
don't think they put them in graves, do they? If they were in prison and they died in prison.
The scary part for me would be if I were to be executed by gunfire, and what would be going through my mind when I heard the first bullet get shot, or like maybe getting shot and not dying right away? That would be terrifying for me.
A lot of the time they're actually buried in the ground.
Yeah, because there's something about like the last prison we were at. They
Better to be shot by a firing squad than hanging, though. I would much rather be shot by a firing squad than hung.
weren't allowed to remove their bodies from the prison. They had to bury them inside the walls.
To the Conjuring house, and it's the same. They've got those soldiers buried on the grounds, and they're not allowed to exhume them. They're not allowed to take them away.
You can't escape the prison even when you die.
Literally, yeah.
Exactly. You're here.
You're here forever.
Permission as well. That's it. Yeah.
But they have to lay here for 100 years.
Then
After
the king has
that
to say.
time, which is 2026, I believe,
They can be
they have to
executed.
ask the king if they can be buried in a church.
Wow.
Wow.
100 years they've got to lie under some tarmac.
I always think, like, don't get me wrong, there's never a nice way to go, but that's most probably one of my fears, like, knowing you're stood there,
It's
like,
gonna happen.
on your own,
There's nothing you can
Waiting for the shot.
waiting for that one shot. You just know, like,
do. Ready?
it must be
Aim.
the worst.
Fire.
feeling.
Then you just know that's the end of your days.
Like the worst feeling.
Yeah.
I'd be more scared for the people doing the shooting. I think that would affect me more. Like, obviously, the person dying is not nice, obviously. But, like, imagine being those people, even if you don't know which is the bullet.
Yeah.
You're still like, that I'd still be sitting there thinking, it could be. If let's say you have to execute 10 people, and there's 10 people there, there's only one bullet.
Yeah.
Chances are, you're going to have killed at least one person.
You've done somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
So much death in one location. If anywhere was going to be haunted, it would be a place like this. We moved away from the yard and decided to take the hunt inside of the prison.
Look at those stairs. Could you imagine falling on those?
So this is the old infirmary. And it's very damp in here.
You smell it as well.
As soon as you come through that door, you're hit with it.
You can feel it in the air for sure.
I say it feels heavy up here, but I think it's just because I'm so unfit.
Yeah, it's not heavy, it's just...
Yeah, it's the beef bourguignon.
Yeah, it's the beef bourguignon.
And the butter, and all the butter.
So, infirmary, I guess this was just where prisoners were treated.
Yeah, would it have been doubled up as a kind of hospital in the wartime or anything? Do you know?
Yeah, I think it,
Yeah.
A little call out just to see if we do get any little.
I mean, we're here.
Yeah.
We're in Rome, you know?
Yeah.
Who wants to do it?
I don't mind doing it. Spirits, thank you for allowing us to come to your prison. We're here to contact you and speak with you in any way that we can. Is there anybody here that potentially was a part of the infirmary, worked here as a nurse or a medical personnel or even an inmate?
Yeah. Is that the door though?
Is that the door?
Oh, I would expect the door to close.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe ask out again.
Spirits, can you make a noise if there is anybody here that maybe lived through the period of time when this was in operation? If you were a nurse, a medical practitioner, an inmate, can you give us a sign? Maybe you can copy me. It's so quiet.
Dead quiet.
Deadly silent.
Yeah.
We are going to be using a number of pieces of equipment later that will help you to interact with us and even speak with us so we can hear your voice. All of our energy is freely given, so if you can hear any of our voices, please do come close to it. Please use our energy.
Freaking hell, Dave. I heard it, and then I saw your mouth move.
Well, they said they hear whistling, so I'm going for the whistle.
That's a good point, actually.
Good point. You say the whistles.
Heard
Yeah, just tell us
from the
next
staff.
time.
Have you ever
Yeah, a little bit of warning.
experiences in the prison? Yeah.
That'd be the scariest shit. Just hearing a whistle down the hallway, knowing there's nobody there.
See, that's very brave.
So I get, you know, you're walking around and there's no one else here. So yeah, I get a lot.
Would you hear footsteps and...
Footsteps. I told Daz about one particular experience where I heard a group of people running.
People need to stop whistling. It's driving me crazy.
Where's your least favourite place?
I'll show you that next.
Lovely. Awesome.
We moved deeper into the prison, and we were about to enter a section that was not favoured by staff, for its activity included sounds and reports of people being touched.
So you say this is your least favourite bit?
I won't go up there when I'm...
It already looks creepy.
Well, I know there's meant to be... Do you want me to tell you the ghost story behind it, or do you want to work it out and...
Work it out?
I mean, hopefully.
If I give you clues, you know...
Alright, we'll work it out. Alright, we're going to go up these stairs.
I've been here for years and years and years.
Yeah, I can already see why that's probably the creepiest.
Absolutely everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. You might have guards come and go. They might be, a couple of years here and there with the guards. The gatekeeper would have been here. The gatekeeper would have been here.
He was pushed. Give me 1 sec. I got to turn off this heater. It's like way too loud for me.
Like 40 years plus. You got to know it. For sure.
I think I just heard her say that they used to sneak... Was it prostitutes up here?
Yeah.
Like, how did they get them in the prison?
With bribery.
Big
surely,
coats.
right?
Big long coats.
Bribes.
Big long coats. Yeah, this must have surely...
Imagine working up here all day, every day.
Mate, this is the most depressing place.
I mean, let's be real, though. There's probably so many corrupt prisons back then. I mean, not even probably. There are a lot of corrupt prisons back then that probably saw that shit and were probably all in for it. I mean, yeah, that would not surprise me at all. They probably saw them walking up the stairs like, whatever.
So what would he do? What would he be responsible for?
He's the gatekeeper, so he'd imagine he'd keep logs of who was coming in and out of the prison. He'd be responsible for opening the doors to the main prison, as the main entrance is just below here. So I'd imagine, yeah, he would be responsible for who came in and out.
It's a weird place though, because you can't really see anything up here. So surely it's all done by, what, did they have radio and stuff?
Radio, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Radio, wouldn't it? Open the door.
Oh,
So
wait,
I
say that again,
Say that again.
Okay, so Kate, she will not come up here. She gets really bad vibes because of the spirit of the gatekeeper. They call him Mr. G for grumpy because he does not like women.
So would you be happy to go up here on your own later?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you love them. Yeah.
And he would like sneak in prostitutes too, just like really bad.
Yeah, we heard the prostitutes bit and we were like,
Yeah.
how did he get them in here?
Yeah, what a legend.
So this is my room for sure.
Okay.
Do you get any sense? Do you get an uneasy vibe in here, or is it?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Do you?
That's why I got the hair out so they can.
Where's that?
hug
Wait,
and-
she goes.
Okay. Watch the hole.
It will be worth it though.
You feeling anything up here?
I don't
It's
feel
the third
anything.
time
I'm just freezing.
Yeah, it's cold.
It is cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my chest doesn't feel good. Maybe it's because I just came up the stairs.
Yeah, we said the same thing. We were like, we were probably just unfit.
That's the fish. Whenever we've been on investigation.
Or didn't they say like there was like some sort of musk, like a smell earlier, a damp smell? I mean, that maybe could be like, I wouldn't say mold or anything. I just damp, probably just damp. But that could probably have an effect on the chest too. It's just if it's getting harder to breathe because of the air.
So you get that when you're in a group, you've got a sense of, it's like a comfort. Do you know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
feel safe in groups. Maybe if you were here completely on your own. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm coming back. I'm gonna sit
Yeah.
right here.
All right, we got a place for Em for alone time. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should probably. Where should we move to next, guys?
We'll carry on the tour, I guess. See where Kate's going to take us. Probably
All right.
to one of the wings, maybe the Kray cell.
Let's see the Kray cell. Let's go.
One of the original cells from the 1600s.
Oh,
They
wow.
discovered this when they knocked a hole through the wall,
Oh, let's see it.
and
Is that a dog?
So they escaped? Or did they find it?
They
Okay.
found it. This was officers.
Wow.
They knocked through and they found. Daft, don't you go in there, darling. So if you go in, you stand up, and you turn to the left. You'll see all the rows of cells.
Oh, I gotta see it.
They're still excavated.
Elegant as ever, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you take the light. Hand. The Jesus at me.
Oh my god, someone's so mean. Wow.
What is that?
Someone
It's like
is.
a glove, isn't it?
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
They said those are the next rows of cells. So these were like the original.
If you didn't know that was down there, and let's say you crawled through there by yourself and saw that hand, immediate heart attack.
Original cells from the. Bruh! Why would you do that? Why? Was that you? You're an ass. I was trying to get in. Christ almighty, Alex.
Have you got a spare pair of trousers for Daz?
Woo. What I was saying before I was groped, this is the most oldest part of the prison.
1600s, right?
1600s. And they just found them hidden, bricked up behind a wall. Hello.
Hello.
Let's enter.
I mean, maybe kick him? I think kicking him in the face is fair.
I mean, we'll do it off camera, so it's avoid a lawsuit. Yeah, look in here, Alex. Crazy. Yeah, I think the floor is like...
One in here now, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's a bro club.
Hello, hang on a minute.
Said that they used to house whole families were put in these cells. These were not single occupancy.
Oh my god!
See, that's what they did to me.
Who just did that? Is that you?
Honestly, I nearly shot myself. That was me just a minute ago.
I've shot me soggers.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, should we call out?
Should we try recording?
Yeah. All right.
All right, go for it. Hang on, let me step back a bit.
Shall I call out? All right, we're going to do an EVP. We'll start with Dave, actually. We'll go from Dave round.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2.
Hello?
Sorry, hold on.
You all right then?
2, 1.
Go.
Hello? Are you? You're so terrible.
I'm sorry. Do it again.
Dude, you're
Do it again.
you're the worst. You brought me along here.
Just
Keep going. Keep going.
Just keep
generic
going.
question.
Were you locked up here?
Okay.
Obviously there were, but...
Can you tell me your name, please?
Were you locked up here? And did you want to leave?
I really want, I'm sorry I keep pausing the video. I really want to know what kind of microphone they use because I have a good camera, I feel like, for this kind of stuff. And I feel better about my shaky cam now that I see all these professional channels kind of doing it and using a shaky cam. I'm kind of wondering what kind of microphone they use because the next time I want to do an investigation, I need to get like a microphone that I can hook up to my camera that will make our audio sound better because I'm not really thrilled with the audio of lately.
Tell me the year that you were locked up here in this prison. And if you're able to, the name of this prison.
Do you want us to let you out? We'll give you the key.
All right, cool. Let's play that back.
Yeah, see if we caught anything.
A long one.
All right.
Fill up.
Hello there.
I thought there's a voice.
Yeah.
What on the...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Where was it? Hang on. Just trying to talk about-
There's a little before that.
Oh, and again.
There's a little pant.
Nothing majorly clear.
Not in here.
No, nothing like definitive.
I'm not sure if that was like edited to like have it like every question be almost side by side. I'm not sure if that was edited, but like it might have been just cut that way, kind of like speed up the video a little bit. But like I was kind of sitting here thinking like they're kind of asking question after question like too kind of quickly. Like give it at least 10 seconds to make a response. But it was almost like they kept talking, so it would make it very difficult to understand or hear anything that was being said.
Potentially a little.
Like a little bit at the beginning, but
But I might be wrong.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it when we get it back and see what we can find.
It sounded like an idiot saying hello on the telephone. That is what it sounded like.
You did sound like saying hello on the telephone.
That wasn't me.
You know.
In 2017,
What?
during some investigation.
Daz?
Oh, you did it, didn't you?
Daz, do you mind?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Dave.
That was awful. That's a horrible room. That is a horrible room.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like that room.
Yeah. Well, that could be a space for later for someone to stay in.
Sure. No, I'm good.
Another location. So this is solitary confinement.
Oh, great.
Dude, let me go in here.
Oh, man. I hate that shit.
Oh my god.
It's dark.
Wow. Look at the space in here.
There's no way. There's no... Dude, do you know what I just realised? There's no toilet system in here.
No, you're just dumped in here for bad behaviour.
You're just in here.
And it's cold, it's concrete.
Mate, there's no light, no natural light.
And actually, was some other prisons I've been to, this is pretty generous with the space, believe it or not.
Yeah. You can't put someone. Yeah.
Would they leave a bucket in there at least? Because I couldn't imagine the prison would want to clean up the guy's shit and piss off the floor. You know? Like, I guess that would be, more torturous in a sense and more cruel to do to somebody and teach them a lesson. But you would think that at least put a bucket in there with them because I'm sure they did not want to have to clean that up. I certainly wouldn't want to clean that up. And not even that, but if you're sitting in there with like the smell of shit and piss for like hours on end, and now you're going to want to start to vomit because of it, yeah, what a horrible, horrible thing. And look how small that space is. It would not be that long until the smell came back around.
There you go. Thanks, Alex.
I'm curious to know what was the longest time anybody has spent in solitary confinement. They kept you locked in there for like, how long, days?
It was me. Oh, dude. I'm hoping.
This is school trips.
This is school trips for sure.
I'd write that shit. Like, obviously it's freezing. We can't really, go by temperatures unless it gets suddenly really hot. But I'm feeling all right. Like,
It's got good energy though.
it's got good energy, but we have been having fun, we've been laughing and stuff. But yeah, there's definitely like more history here than I thought. I didn't realise there'd be like a whole 16th century jail cell behind a wall. So I'm really excited, especially for the alone time when it's quiet down and see what we can get. But right now, feel fine. Oh, the dog. Sorry, the dog. I just saw the dog's eyes. A little bit on edge. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
And these were not school children.
Oh, that's been painted over.
This has been painted over.
Wow. What does it say?
Oh, yeah.
Patterson, Dawson, maybe the last names of
There
people.
might be names that stayed in there.
Who has stayed in here.
We'll fact check
10
that and
days.
see.
Look, 10 days. Patterson.
So many shadows and names.
10 days in solitary confinement? Oh my God. F that, dude.
Etched into the walls. It was time to take the hunt into one of the main wings.
That's horrendous.
So, what is this room?
We are just about to enter A wing, and it is known that women get hissed at a lot in here.
Really?
Kate has had quite a lot of hissings.
My manager told me today that a lot of bodies got chucked, flung into here, this area, under these stairs, they think. So there's only like there's meant to be only about 7 bodies that they know of that have been buried in the ground, but they think there's a
I'm still
lot
watching, guys. Don't
that
worry.
have gone unaccounted for, and a lot of them are under here, they think. The execution room is just down here inside.
You don't want to say hello to Anne, she's on her own.
Can you maybe touch her?
Do you want to try pulling my hair?
Yeah, he's moving around down here.
You try touching my hand?
What are you feeling down there? Amelia Dyer.
Was she here?
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Amelia Dyer was here.
Who was Amelia
Wow.
Dyer, Alex?
Yeah, she was. Wasn't she in the crime museum?
It's at the crime museum.
Yeah. That wasn't you? Where did you hear that? Where was that?
That was like way down there with you guys.
Oh, we heard it up
No.
here.
It sounded like it came from the old
No, it came from you.
I'm right here.
Mummy, that
sounded like
it was in here.
It sounded like hollow and wooden.
No, it
Oh,
was-
what the? Is that a dummy?
Yes, dummy in there.
That was fairly similar. That was fairly similar.
Yeah.
to what it sounded
We-
like.
It kind of echoed through, didn't it?
Do that again.
That's wood.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
It sounded like a door closing or slamming, and we heard it, and we thought that like it was from up near you.
But then to you, you say it sounded like it came from where we
It
was.
sounded like down there, so I thought someone fell into something.
So maybe the sound came from above, midway down, and it just echoed in two different directions. Was that you just now?
Oh my god.
What?
It was right here.
Dude.
That was pretty loud though, so I thought some of you fell into something.
It sounded like somebody going against a door, for sure.
Yeah.
Genuinely sounded like
Does
somebody.
that
closing
sound
the door.
come from anywhere down there? Oh! That's what it sounded like.
That's not what it sounded like to me. No.
Are you sure?
Is that? Do you reckon?
No.
Audience?
More of a door.
Do you reckon that's what it sounded like, audience? I don't think it was. Nah, that wasn't it.
Not that?
No.
No, but you were up there with us when we heard it.
No, he wasn't.
Surely.
No, I went
No,
in
he
here
wasn't.
exploring. That might have been me then.
Nah, it was you behind me, you, then you. It
Well, no,
was
'cause
you in
I-
front.
Let me show you what I did, see if it's the same sound. Ready?
I thought it was through that door.
This is what I did.
But this makes sense. No, this makes sense.
You ready? I went like this.
That's it.
That was
So,
it. Yeah.
because we heard it in front of us. We were down
Yeah, okay.
there.
The noise
M heard it behind us.
I started to get a little bit nervous because I was starting to sit near think that I hope that she didn't really try to fake something and pull something off camera, but it looks like it wasn't. It looks like they actually debunked what was going on. I do appreciate moments like that because some channels might even let that slide just to keep in their videos, just so they had something spooky happen and something mysterious happen, right?
So it was him closing the door.
If you're above us in any of the cells, we understand this is where the women and children were housed. If there's anybody here that was a resident here, was an inmate, could you make a noise on the metal stairs for us? Or maybe slam one of your cell doors so we know that you can see, hear or understand us?
Can you hit the pipes?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that as well.
What was that?
Was that really sly?
It was really sly ringing, like a ding.
Can you try and copy my whistle?
So it might have been someone's phone, probably. I think the tour guide's still with him, right? So like maybe she's like standing somewhere else and maybe her phone went off.
That was a tap. That was up there.
Was that like? It sounded like. Is it like a junction box or electric box ticking over, maybe? Or was that a tap? Yeah, no one moved. Was that you just now?
That was upstairs. Can you repeat it?
Shush,
Can you do
shush,
it
shush.
again?
If you're there, can you make a loud tap for me? Or can you whistle like this? That's thingy.
That's the puppy.
It's just so we know that you can hear, see or understand us.
Can I hear talking? Is that walking? Yeah, I thought I heard very faint talking.
Yeah.
So do you know? I thought I heard talking.
Yeah, I did.
Well, that was quite a loud
I
tap.
heard that.
Yeah, but we don't know if that tap was linked to anything electronic or. Yeah, there's no movement. Is anyone down there? Can you make yourself known?
You said like pigeons in this or birds?
There are birds in, yeah.
100% and bats.
Yeah.
Ladies.
We're going to move on now.
Would you like us to go? Give me a tap if you want us to leave. Dave, I will murder you, and you will haunt this halls.
You need light on your face, my brother.
Not when I've asked for tapping.
Can you create an artificial tap?
Are there any female inmates here with us? Do you want all the stinky boys to leave?
All right.
Were you ever mistreated in this prison?
Pooch. Dog. Ask if they can hiss, because apparently they hiss at women, don't they?
Have any of you been hissing at Kate? Do you want to try hissing at me?
Flaunt the idea that you're a girl and like you own this place. Act all. Yeah.
Was that someone's light? Fuck off.
What?
Oh no, it's someone's like it caught the reflection of the floor. Yeah.
Like you're a girl. Imagine there'd be loads of male prisoners.
Listen back just quickly.
This is the one. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want all the stinky boys to leave? All right. Were you ever mistreated in this prison?
So, if somebody was going to be executed, the executioner would sleep in here the night before the execution.
Right.
And this was called the condemned man's cell. So this is where the prisoner would be kept, but he wouldn't be told it was his time for execution. So if you come into the condemned man's cell, this door that leads into the gallows where he would unfortunately meet his maker, they'd hide a bookcase in front of it. So when he was told to come in here, he'd think he'd be going into solitary or spending a night away from general population. They'd have a bookcase here. The executioner would come in from his cell, come in here, say wake up, move the bookcase, open the door, prisoner would shit himself, straight in here, into the gallows.
Oh, this was the gallows.
And then obviously, unfortunately,
Stand right there and drop through.
Fatal demise for whatever crime
Whoa.
you committed that was deemed punishable by death. Yeah. And this is where the original hangings were done. Yeah.
Wow.
If you Google it, it actually went to the papers. There was a tour guide that was doing a tour, ghost tour, and
So we know some of his history.
He mocked.
Earlier I said, like, you know, I didn't know, he didn't know if there was like how many bodies were buried on the property or whatnot, and I was kind of sitting here like, oh, he's been there a few times. I'm kind of shocked that he didn't know that, but then he just kind of told that, and okay, now it makes sense. Yeah, he knows his history about some of the building.
The
Did he
guy
get burnt by a cigarette?
He did.
Yeah,
he
I
was
read- I
taking the
saw
mick
that.
out of the guy that was hung because he wet himself.
Yeah.
Private Lee Davis, and as he was talking about it, he had
Cigarette
felt
burn
this
on his
pain.
arm.
Wow. So if you remember in the Crime Museum, guys, just for a little bit of reference, we came across the bodice of a baby serial killer, Amelia Dyer, and she was housed here. Do we know how long for? No, that's okay. But I assume it was for quite a long stretch. But yeah, that was the last investigation we did, and she's followed us here. It's crazy how these killers
But that last
get around.
block where we were, that's where she was. So
Yeah.
I think alone time in there, maybe calling out for her
Yeah.
name.
Well, because we've been close to one of her garments, maybe put someone in there.
His cell, so we could look out.
Oh my god! Licking my leg, I was like, what the? Oh.
You're the best pooch.
You're the best pooch. Yes, you are. So that's the top. So yeah, I have to
You're
take
so
you
lovely.
once here. Come on then.
Alright, so maybe we'll do sit down and do a little call out
You
here.
were next to me. Someone just touched my arm.
Really?
I thought you were literally there. I felt it on my arm, yeah. Shut up.
You felt something on your
I
arm?
actually thought you were there. Mike was there, and then, but he's not there.
I caught you turning as if like someone
I
touched
felt
you.
like that, like someone was pushing against my arm, which made me. There was no one near you.
No, they were behind you. Yeah, I was filming you as.
Seemed like a genuine reaction too. Like, you know, it took him by surprise. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like touch you or anything. And then you looked and there was nobody there. Yeah, it looked like a pretty legitimate. And again, these guys so far have been pretty upfront about what they've experienced. So you never know.
Did it? I think maybe we'll definitely do some call outs in here. Maybe do a spirit. Filming you as your arm. Maybe we'll do sit.
Once here. Come on then.
Alright, so maybe we'll do sit down.
Once here. Come on then.
Alright, so maybe we'll do sit down.
It's kind of hard to see whether or not his jacket moves or not. Like, I take his word for it that something really did touch him. But I was thinking like it could have been like a muscle spasm or something like that. That may have felt like that. Who knows?
And then, but he's not there.
I caught you turning as if like someone
I
touched
felt
you.
like that, like someone was pushing against my arm, which made me. There was no one near you.
No, they were behind you. Yeah, I was filming you as you did it. I think maybe we'll definitely do some call outs in here. Maybe do a spirit box. A lot of activity in here.
Yeah.
Well, we can maybe like set some games up, put the teddy in there or something. See if we can like get some trigger objects.
And it was women and children in there.
Women and children. Wow.
The night was proving quiet, with little to no activity, just sounds that could easily be explained. But the night was still young.
Yep,
and we had
I do
many more
appreciate it.
wings and rooms to explore. It was time to set up some experiments. Michael, we're going to C Wing now. Got the night vision camera set up. We're also streaming live on. We've been inspired.
Hi.
Yeah. And it's believed. I'm not sure if they have absolute evidence, but they seem pretty certain that.
The Kray twins were identical twin brothers who became notorious as the foremost perpetrators of organized crime in the 1950s and 60s in London's East End. Their gang, the Firm, were involved in murders, armed robberies, arson, protection rackets, and assaults. The twins were conscripted for national service in 1952 to serve with the Royal Fusiliers. If I mispronounced that, my apologies. They reported but attempted to leave a few minutes later when the corporal in charge tried to stop them leaving. Ronnie punched him, seriously injuring him. They walked back to the East End but were arrested the following morning and turned over to the army. Before coming to SHEPTON MALLET military prison for a short sentence, they were held at the tower.
They were housed here. We're not sure if these are the cells.
Here, but they're not sure if they're the right cells. They can't verify that, but they did stay here. The Kray twins.
So we've got some trigger objects. We set them.
So they were, I wouldn't say mob leaders, but in a sense, I guess that's not too far off either. I'm not sitting here trying to compare, but they were in charge of a crime syndicate, it sounds like.
Up out there, and then we can come in here.
Yeah.
We've got a REM pod.
Okay.
With some keys. So
right, maybe these are on the stairs or something.
Yeah, but there's a table just over here actually. Should we have a look?
Alright.
Close, and as you can see here, we've got some keys. Being in a prison, an inmate,
they'd reach for those.
Yeah, would potentially go for these. So let me turn it on and I'll show you. We've also got a motion sensor on the front, so if I point it down that way.
Motion sensor will pick up any movement down the hall that it's facing, and anything touches these keys, it will also go off. Yeah.
Can you step away?
It's kind of smart. It's actually a pretty clever idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Should be like. So if I put that in front.
Yeah. Anyone goes near those keys, or there's any motion detected in front of it, it will go off.
Tell you what, not a bad little motion sensor.
It's really good.
That's not bad.
It's really good. We're closed in, and this is supposedly where Kray twins, one of them, would have stayed. It's awful in here. I can't imagine.
Let's hear
you guys. All right. Can you tell us whose cell this is? Did this cell belong to the Krays?
Such an intimidating name. The Krays. The Krays are coming for you.
Can you maybe make a noise or a tap if you stayed in this cell?
That was them.
Yeah, I've had some movement.
So any prisoners in here? You trying to wake up? You can't even shake the bed.
No.
Shake it.
No, it's bolted. We bolted to the floor. Yeah, it's bolted to the floor.
Can't use anything as a weapon. That's why. Can you maybe tap like me?
I'm gonna whistle. That's a no. Nothing yet.
Do you want the keys?
Well, the thing is, you gotta at least give it some time to do something, right? Like, you can't just, like, expect it then and there. Like, that's probably the one thing I would, like, say to do next time is just give it a little bit more of a chance. Because if you start talking, then if something does happen, then you're kind of talking over it. I'm not saying you wouldn't have caught it. I'm not saying anything did happen, but it would be smarter to kind of, like, let it play out a little bit longer before you just start, like, cutting someone off or, like, talking after they ask something. That's what I would do.
Outside. You can get out. It's quite quiet at the minute.
It's awfully quiet.
That was a little bit longer. I like that. That was about like 10 of 11 seconds, right?
Which is good. It's not. We were hearing noises earlier from outside.
All right, so I just opened this to have a look. And this is black mold, as you can probably tell, which is not good to breathe in, so we'll be leaving very soon.
Yep.
But this is, well, what's going to cause it? The only thing I can think of that could cause it is going to be somebody spitting in there.
Or gum.
Or gum. And then we looked up, and there's patterns up there as well, so we think that's from thrown toilet paper.
Hopefully it was clean toilet paper.
Hopefully it was clean toilet paper, but
Shitty toilet roll.
But black mold ain't good. Imagine breathing that in for however many years you're in this room.
Yeah, I don't want to breathe it in anymore, so I think
That's
we should
the-
leave. We're not getting any action in the Kray's cell.
No. Well, maybe the Krays weren't here. Maybe they
weren't.
It's a bit dicey on the old.
Might be in a different cell, but we know they were here. But I think we shouldn't focus on celebrity ghosts.
No.
We should focus on whatever ghosts want to reach out.
No. They had enough celebrities.
Yeah, if you wanna call them celebrities, yeah.
When they were alive.
I know they meant like more well-known ghosts.
What was that? Oh, sorry.
They're the scum of the earth.
What was that?
That was that thing. That sounded like a kid's.
Did you hear that? No, that was in front of us, bro.
That was down here.
No, that was like an actual.
Could have been the dog.
Be quiet, be quiet. Hello?
What did you hear in case we got it on camera?
It was like a weird.
Child scream.
Like,
I didn't hear it.
oh yeah, I heard that.
No.
Is someone there? Can you come and touch the keys on the floor?
Earlier, they did say that there were birds and bats inside the building, so it could have been a bird making an echo. Because the way he made it sounded like an animal.
Are you a child?
That's what it was.
Is that a bird?
Are you a bird?
Let's just be quiet for a bit.
Any prisoners here? Come on.
That's just a light from outside.
Is there a child here with us? Dave's coming in. Can you make a noise? That's Dave.
That's me.
Yeah.
Come sit down, Dave. We just heard some really weird.
I heard some tapping outside.
Are there any people outside the walls screaming or anything?
No, there was the sound of people walking, but that could be outside the building.
Oh, okay.
But now that can't happen because it's closed properly.
You weren't even here when it happened.
No, it was down the other end, you said.
Yeah, heard it down there.
Could have echoed through.
Maybe.
So we said about a whistle, didn't we?
Okay.
And I
You got an
my
actual whistle?
Yeah, police whistle.
You got a police whistle.
Oh,
Tell me before
nice.
you do it.
The old one.
Right, I'm gonna do it.
It's not that loud, honestly.
Okay. Can you copy this? And again. What do you think of that whistle?
You just hear someone book it down the hallway after hearing that police whistle.
Behind you.
What?
Noises. Can you not hear it behind you?
That was as he moved.
Someone up top. Can you come out of your cell? Did you want to come forward and maybe talk to us? There's a tap, but it could be anything. Can you maybe tap again if that was
Yeah,
you?
you got to consider too. This place is old. I mean, it looked like some walls were like chipping away. So I mean, even the taps could be easily explained. So far, they really have caught nothing. After we've been already watching for 43 minutes, there has been not really a whole lot of anything that would make me think this place is haunted. at least from Daz's point of view. And they're not sitting around and using, phone apps or anything like that. So it seems like a very calm and chill place. I'm not saying the place isn't haunted, of course not. But if I'm looking at it in this kind of perspective, it doesn't appear to be that way. Like right now, if I'm going by this alone, I would say that this place is like, I'd give it a fair, possibly 5% to 10% chance of it being haunted. This is an old building. They just showed mold. I mean, there's a lot of things that people might be surprised that can have an effect on people when going around inside a building of this size. I mean, even people are still on, even Dad was on edge when walking in here a little bit. Things were making him jump and stuff. That really can have a play, especially if you're in there by yourself. I mean, yeah, you might walk out thinking this place is really haunted.
Don't forget, it's so cold in here.
Yeah, temperature change is crazy.
It's so cold in here.
We need a definitive.
All it is metal creaking.
Like this.
Yeah, you need it really obvious, don't we?
I would love to talk to you. This is my first ghost hunt. So, if you could give us a sign, or give me a sign, that I can tell the others, I'd be very appreciative. You're gonna have to give us more than that tap. That's a drip.
Are
you fucking kidding?
What happened there?
You are definitely evicted from this group immediately.
That dude, I thought something was charging them for half a second.
Actual fuck.
Honestly.
My eyes might have dilated a little bit. I was like,
I nearly died.
There's a lot of people in the comments, oh, it didn't happen or whatever. Like, for sure, I have never seen Daz this resolute. If there's something, we're hearing something, we're like, nah, that's a drip, that's a draft, that's a whatever. It is, we are being as, you know how skeptical I am. We are being as thorough as we possibly can.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You're just another witness to, but unfortunately...
Oh, I say it how it is, you know that.
No, if you're not here, then people, and when we do genuinely catch stuff, people will say...
I'd love to catch something unexplained. Yeah. Even if there is an explanation for it.
I would love for you to see it, because like I said, I'm a skeptic like yourself, and it's definitely made me think, well, there has to be something, because what...
Think about this for a second. This guy has done collaborations with the likes of people like Sam and Colby, and he is still a skeptic.
These things...
It's interesting.
Even if there isn't an explanation that we can explain, and there is some other explanation, I don't know, pipes getting colder or whatever, there's a bird goes in front of the light or shadow or whatever, I'd love to just question it, on a personal level.
Yeah.
Just to question it and be like, can I work this out? Or can I research about it? What can I do?
Yeah.
So far, though, unfortunately...
Nothing so far?
Nothing.
The night is young.
Should we move on to another wing?
Should we try somewhere else?
Go lights off in here?
Go lights off.
We've got Alice box. You think we should
see what they say on the
try
Alice
it?
box? Yeah.
What's an Alice box for people who don't know? Because
everyone knows, but Dave doesn't know. So
I don't know. Well, you didn't explain it, and I was watching the Hellfire video, and you're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, so it's a word generator, and it's believed that spirits can somehow affect the circuits that are in the device. Okay. Obviously, it's an experimental piece of kit, so doesn't allegedly, 100% you're going to get ghosts. But some of the places we've been and we've asked questions, you get kind of relevant responses to it.
And what signals is it detecting?
It's just believed that spirits can affect the circuit. It's not a signal in it at all. So we get the lights off.
Yes. I like that. Okay.
It's a bit random.
That is extremely random. So, listen.
Do you know what that is?
Incubus, the band.
Is that a type of spirit?
Sex demon.
A sex demon.
Definitely not here. Well, actually, were you a sexual predator locked in this room?
Did you commit terrible crimes?
It's a sex demon that when you go to sleep, it has sex with you in your sleep.
How do you get one?
Yeah, where do I buy you? Where do I purchase this from?
There might be one here now.
Were you a nonce? Cut that out, please.
Yeah, we will. Come on, use this energy, we're laughing, having a good time.
Yeah.
Diction.
Okay, so...
Work.
What work did they make you do here? Did you work for free? Was it difficult?
What was your job?
Did you work in the library or the kitchen? Did you work?
List.
Well, I mean, oddly enough, they kind of were listing a bunch of stuff.
You sort out the administration, like the prison list.
God, you got me thinking that spit on the wall. That is like.
That would be spit. I think.
That's just grown, isn't it?
That's just grown, yeah. The other reason I saw spit in the other place is you could see the drip marks as they went down.
Should we go and walk down the?
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Let's go walk down the ramp. Rebecca.
Rebecca? Is that your wife? Your missus? Your daughter? Your victim?
Who's Rebecca? Can you tell us who Rebecca is?
I'm sure there's probably videos out there debunking the Alice box. I'm not too sure if it's 100% or not. I just assume that probably not. I don't know. Again, when it comes to the devices, I'm a little bit skeptical of all of them.
Teacher.
Was Rebecca your teacher? Did she teach you? What did she teach you? Rebecca the teacher.
Rebecca the teacher.
Were you a teacher? Was that your profession?
Did you like to rhyme like
You
that?
said work.
Work, teacher,
Work, teacher.
Rebecca.
Work, teacher, Rebecca. Stick. Hang on, what year?
You in the doorway?
From that cell.
Lumos.
Horrible what?
Devil.
Okay, I've turned torch on.
Horrible feeling in there and it just got devil.
I just got, I don't know why.
Yeah, that room wasn't good.
It just feels awful in here.
So you have to go in there then, don't we?
Did you not get that?
Well, you were here walking, I was
been because
It's off now.
like our back was turned to it and it was like a black void and I looked back and it was. Oh, was that the 17?
Fuck him.
That was it. Oh, that was the devil himself.
I was literally.
Yeah, guys, you're right.
It was a merge into your body.
Yeah, it's getting much down there. Actually quite active up here in the, up here, we've got word bank running. We've got
Have you guys got a lady with you at all? I thought I heard a lady's voice just as you spoke.
no lady up here.
That's interesting. So, just in case I didn't pick it up, they're on the live stream on TikTok on their page. And when I was speaking to Adam, I thought I heard like a slight woman's voice. I don't want to say because they've actually obviously said that.
It just said talk on the Alex box.
It said talk.
Yeah. Do you want to talk to us?
Who's Rebecca? I'm very interested in who Rebecca is.
Woman's voice, yeah, we're kind of looking with them. We got a female, and then
Is Rebecca the woman that our other friends can hear?
yes, on their live, their viewers are all commenting saying they can hear a woman humming, and it's just Dan and Adam that are there.
Dog. There's a dog. Dog. You see the dog?
You come after my dog, you're in trouble.
Task.
This is the condemned cell. So yeah, this is the cell that a prisoner would be secretly, unbeknown to them, placed into the night before their time was up, they were due to be executed. Just next door is the executioner's cell, where the person that was going to do the unaliving would be sleeping as well. So you'd walk in the morning, wakey wakey, chop chop, move the bookcase, open the door, prisoner goes, fuck, and in he goes and the drop. And that's, yeah.
That's so mean. Like they open
Horrible.
the door and then that's it.
Like that would be the most terrifying last few seconds ever. Like imagine all the and they can't go back to tell the tale. You know, they can't warn people that that's what's behind the bookcase is the door that would lead to the execution platform. Ugh. I mean, I'm not saying that nobody deserved it. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of these criminals really did deserve it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them were murderers and pedos and things like that. But like that is a terrifying concept.
It's
met the reality.
Literally where you're stood now, that's literally like
That's
the bookshelf.
That would have been where the bookshelf would have been.
Yeah.
So you're more knowledgeable on this if you want to open
We have completely lost connection.
Signal.
Oh. Alright, let's see how sorted. Okay. So very lightly on the glass. Right. Don't, you know.
Okay.
Surely we go to the edge, right?
Yeah, one finger.
One on the top.
Two, whatever feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Nice and light.
Yeah.
And then
If there is anybody here, if you could just move it to the yes.
I can hear talking.
That was weird. I heard this
Where?
same
What? Where?
Did you?
Go from my left hand side coming from there. It's like a woman.
That was
like-
interesting.
Really faint. Did you hear us?
That's interesting. That's interesting. It does sound like a woman actually saying yes.
I didn't hear it.
Is there
I heard it.
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't hear that at all.
No.
Is there a female with us? Can you try and move this to yes? Yes is over here.
What happens if she moves it to no?
Well, someone in.
Well, 2025, so. Are you here with us? Can you try to move the dish?
Sorry, lads. I'm going to call it.
Yep, alright, step away.
If you don't have enough power yet to move this dish,
I don't really trust the Ouija boards. It doesn't really matter who uses them. I think they're kind of made to make you think that they're moving, even if when people think they are, it is legit. Not really for me.
to certain letters or certain numbers, can you try to move it where you are stood within this room so we know whereabouts you are in the room?
Yeah, bring it towards your direction.
Was this the last room that you saw before you passed over? Or maybe you were the executioner themselves?
Yeah,
Do you think the ghosts? Do you think the ghosts consider convenience when you want to talk to them, Daz?
It's more comfort.
More comfort
for us.
And we're also not leaning on the glass,
Yes.
so
Yeah,
it's sat level.
yes,
so
correct.
yeah, I think it's more convenient for us.
Let's try that. You could,
So
That
we
it?
just wrapped up the investigation. Spent some time on our own, and nothing caught there. But we're going to go through all the footage, all the sounds that we captured. Massive shout out to these boys. I'm going to put the link to their channels in the description below.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Daz and Alex for joining me and Adam.
And Dave,
And-
Dave, all the links in the description below.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, we've had a ball, and
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I was safe. Evidence, no evidence. This is most probably the most fun I've had on an investigation.
Oh, really?
We've had some bad luck.
We've had some good laughs.
That's good.
Some good
That's
energy,
good.
And
We'd
yeah.
love to do it again.
And look, I have no issue with people cracking jokes during an investigation. I think the one place where I feel like it does get a little disrespectful is when they start making fun of the way people look. They start doing some insensitive things like walking on graves, dancing on graves. I mean, just things like that are really the things that bother me. I don't mind when people joke in investigations. You know, if nothing's happening, you got to do something to kind of keep the energy flowing, right? You got to keep entertaining. You got to be entertaining. Sometimes when these investigations do drag on and there is nothing happening, but the people are not interesting or they're not really, they don't have a personality going or anything like that, it does drag and it does get extremely boring.
Shame we can't post half of it.
We will. The show most of it's going to be deleted. You know, we'll post what we can. But until next time, guys, stay dazzling and see you in the next hunt.
I'd say that was a pretty good episode of Daz's Ghost Hunt. I was leaning back there. I got very comfortable. Got very, very comfortable. Having said all of that, yeah, I think that was a bird. Probably the little child that they heard kind of making that noise. I feel like if they did say there were bats and birds in there, and there's also a dog, he did make it sound like an animal, so I would assume it was probably just an animal inside the building. The echo happened. Not saying that's what it was 100%, but that's probably the realistic approach, especially where nothing was happening. The one thing they did catch, though, that was interesting was the yes at the end. I doubt that it was anybody there. They all seemed like they were always trying to debunk stuff when they could. So I'll take their word for it that was a legitimate yes, because, again, I do believe in the paranormal, and I do believe it can happen. Sometimes it's hard to make out. But these guys do seem legit, so I will be checking out more of their content. Let me know what you think in the comments section. What's the next investigation I should react to that is by Daz Games? Let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Do take care.
slowing down, coming after me. If you can't speak, can't answers through, you won't be meant to.